Guess what, guys? I got my hat to stick on, so it's not gonna fall off this time. Today I am deciding to be Mike Schmidt from Five Nights at Freddy's 1 if you happen to die, which will happen. This is what the look looks like pre-fake blood. I'm not just happy with pre-fake blood, I want post-fake blood. Shall we do what we normally do? Turn the lights off? Let's do our best dead face. Hello! I am going to do a tutorial of Mike Schmidt after he's been shoved into an empty Freddy fazbear suit. I decided to already do all the Freddy bits, the mask, the chest, etc. because I already have a Golden Freddy tutorial. This is the exact same mask, chest basically as the Golden Freddy tutorial, except in this one I used browns instead of gold shades. And I also used water-based paint because to do a full paint with cream pigment, getting it off is the worst. It's just, it's terrible, stains. So basically I'm thinking I'll just stop using the cream pigments for any kind of body paints. Because I've done the Freddy mask this size, I've had to make my Mike Schmidt's neck smaller. But what am I gonna do? Add some explodey eyeballs, some bars penetrating the flesh, and just a heck of a lot of blood. Because if he's been shoved into the suit and his eyeballs pop out, it's gonna be a lot of blood. I'm going to start adding in some bars. Add a whitish highlight in the middle of the steel bars. And by the middle I mean the side. Now, because Mike's head is going to be pretty squished, pretty much the most squished part, if his eyeballs pop out, pretty much going to fill in the sockets red. I'm going to stop about here because we're going to go around that in black. Now that we've got red, we might as well start adding some bloodiness. I've got these bars penetrating the lips. Impaling the lips. I won't use that word. At this point I'm pretty much just adding blood everywhere. Just getting the blood to just ooze over everything. So now I just really want to shade into the mouth and the neck so it gives a lot of depth to make it look like it's really under the mask. Let's do some shadows from the bars. So I'm going to pick my light source this way. Now I'm going to say that you could possibly stop here, put your Freddy ears and hat on, because now I'm going to turn it into lots of dirt, because I'm going to add some like eyeballs falling out of it. So if you don't want to add some eyeballs, you can like stop here, pull your best dead face and go. Ow! Oh. I hit my eye when I was doing my eyeliner this morning. Oh, how bad is it? That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. There is one eyeball. Ow. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. But it's not that bad. For like my first popped out eyeball. It's not that bad. Not that bad. So I'm going to do another one. On this side. So firstly, you'll get to wipe until draw a circle on your face. I'm gonna do this one higher than the last one. I'm making the eyeball a little smaller than my actual natural eyeball would be if it popped out. Because I'm making all of it smaller, as I've been saying, because the mask is smaller than it should be. So to fit a head in there, the head has to be smaller. And once you have a circle on your face, it will dry way more brown because we've done the white over the brown. So you'll put it on and it'll look completely white, but it will end up darkening, which is okay. Because when the eyeball's been coming out, it's gonna turn a bit pink because it's gonna be covered in like blood and stiff. Anyway, speaking of blood and stiff, let's add the eyeball tendons. Firstly, we go around most of the area of the eyeball with red, and then we'll connect the red up to your lower eyelid and fade it black into the cavity of Freddy's face. And then you can add some highlight with a lighter pink and some darker bits with a darker red. Now we're going to add some veins in the eyes. So with a very fine detail brush and a light pink. We're going to add the eyeball, the iris or the eyeball. Breaking free from this conformity that you force on me. While we're waiting for the blue of the iris to dry a bit so that we can add some little iris lines, like the muscle bits, the whatever they are. While we're waiting for that, we can shade the eyeball. We're just going to shade around the eyeball now. Very lightly shade the eyeball. I think the thing will be dry, so we'll add in some of the iris lines. Then we go in with black and do the pupa. Now we add 2 shiny spots. Okay. So this is obviously not a very canon look. I assume canon that might make to the end of like 5 or 6. So basically, I've made my own fake blood and fake scab blood. Here's my fake scab blood, and here is my fake blood. I made it out of raspberry sauce and like cocoa powder, and cooking gelatin, chocolate sauce. Basically it tastes pretty okay, so I might end up like eating it. So basically, wherever I've done the red paint fake blood, I want to add my fake blood. I'm also going to add splatters, because it's gonna be messy. It can't be just clean, it's gotta be splatters. I do splatters like properly with like a toothbrush and stuff, but that'll just go everywhere. I did that for a zombie, and there's still little splatters of blood everywhere that I haven't cleaned up. Fake blood. Fake blood, always fake blood. Since these ones have popped out, I'll also add lots of splattering to them. Add it to the eyeballs. Because the eyeballs fell out, we'll run blood from the sockets. We'll run it from under the eyeball. Let's have it drooling out of the mouth then. Let's add some scabs to our mouth. I feel that's probably enough. They're actually really yummy. Don't judge. This was the completed look, minus a bit of the scab blood around my mouth, which I may have eaten, because it is very yummy. Might even do a video of how to make it or something. So Five Nights at Freddy's is pretty much over until the DLC, well, it's going to be released at Halloween. Probably I'm going to do a few less Five Nights at Freddy's tutorials. This and Springtrap was all I had planned to do, but those Nightmare animatronics were very interesting. Nightmare Foxy was pretty cool, but it was pretty easy to do. It was like the most achievable Nightmare animatronic to do. So I won't really do the other Nightmare animatronics unless someone really wants me to, as in one person asks me to.